Hi, it's Terry from No Crumbs Left, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a family secret recipe. It's my bone broth. It's a must-do, and I love making it for my kids. Let's go. So, bone broth. I absolutely love making it, and what I do is save all of my carcasses. So, my everyday roast chicken breast that I make all of the time, my heroin chicken, carcasses. Every time I make heroin chicken, I have one of these. These all remain in the freezer. Now, sometimes I'm so busy that I don't have time to do it. So look what I have today. You're not going to believe this. I have a whole nother big tray of bones, and I'm going to make 2 giant pots. So I've got enough for a long time. So this goes into a 450-degree oven. And the reason that we're doing all of this and roasting up the bones is we want the extra flavor. Clearly they've been roasted once, but we're doing it again. So you're gonna think I'm a little bit nuts, but I actually do 2 trays because I just would like to get it all done. And I've got it mixed. There's chicken, there's pork, there's beef, but you can do yours any way you want. Now here's how my bone broth is different. It's a hybrid because I include some that aren't just bones, but that are, it's an actual whole cut up chicken. So I add a tablespoon of peppercorns. I add a tablespoon of salt. It's a big pot. We could do much more than a tablespoon of salt, but let's see what happens with these bones and what's already salty. I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And as this comes to boil and everything, once the roasted bones are done, we're gonna add this and it's gonna make a whole witch's brew. So at 30 minutes I check, and whatever is nice and roasted, what I do is just start putting it in the water. The nice thing is, it takes so long for the water to come to boil that it happens almost at the same time. Now sometimes I roast these for longer. These all look roasted to me, but if for some reason I've roasted them up to 40 minutes, I just let my eyes guide me and only take the things that are roasted, and we're gonna be sure to get all of this goodness. So you see all this crispy goodness? I'm not leaving that, people. I'm taking every bit of it with me. So let's get my chicken stock, which I'm in the middle of making, and let's put it over here, and we're gonna scrape it up a little bit and then add it to this pot. Now, it's definitely a day where I'm making a mess here. So in case you're thinking, I wonder if this is a neat project. Nope, it's not. But the end result's gonna be absolutely worth it. Let's look here. This is very roasted. It's perfect. This here was originally a raw chicken back from heroin chicken that went in the freezer. So let's roast that a little bit longer. Let's just use our eyes and pick through what's roasted. This is about the right amount of water. You mostly want to cover it. Feel free to add some, poke anything down, and then let's let it simmer, bring it to a boil. I've already done that. I'm going to let it simmer for a very long time. It's been 24 hours, and here's the thing, you absolutely don't need to do this for 24 hours. My goal is to come up with something that's really lovely, and all of this extra, I actually get rid of it because there is no flavor left in the meat, in the bones, or in the vegetables. So here we are now. All of this just crumbles and it falls apart, and all of the good marrow falls into here, and you've got something that's amazing and delicious. I'm gonna keep going. Some of these I'm gonna just, let crumble. I just don't worry about them all. Whatever I wind up with, I do. And then I've got bone broth for quite a while. And because I'm me and I like to overdo things, I don't have 1 pot of soup, I have 2. The idea is drain, strain, retain, which is frankly not as easy as it sounds, but it's worth it. And if that's not enough, I strain it again. But you can just see there's a lot to strain. And if I'm gonna work this hard, I want something to be perfect. And I'm gonna freeze these and have them for a long time. So good for you, so delicious. They just make me happy. It's soul food. And if that's not enough, you see this, we're gonna move it over now. And look what's underneath here, nirvana. So let's go move over here. And this is the last thing before we put it in jars. Finished product, and how great does this look? I think of this as an amazing healing tonic. Not only do I drink it like this, but I also love to freeze it in pint tempered glass jars and enjoy. So here it is once it's been in the refrigerator. I put enough for the next 3 days, and I just enjoy it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The fact that I have the chicken, the fresh chicken with it, makes it so much more delicious than most people's bone broth. Hate to brag.